markets are about to set the ultimate trap. But the question is, trap for whom? The bulls or the bears? What do you guys think? What happened today was another red day. Not significant. Dow was down just 162 points. NASDAQ negative 1.9%. S&P negative 0.9%. What does it feel like? Does it feel like a crash? Apple, Google, basically now down to multi-year lows. What do you guys think? Is the market about to pull off the ultimate or the perfect trap for 2022? Which one is going to get trapped? Someone is going to get trapped. What you have on the screen right now is a preview. We'll get into this in more detail of how I think tomorrow is going to play out. Again, we'll get into a little bit more detail. But for now, I will say that that channel line that I drew this weekend right here has now been breached. We went below the line, and now classic to form, we are, let me get my pointer out. Classic to form, we went below the line. We are now coming up to try to backtest in an attempt to clear the line. Or if we fail to clear the line, we go down. It's as simple as that. It boils down to that. Okay? So, before we get into more details, however, I want to give a shout out to fellow viewer and subscriber. This is fine. Yesterday, I sent a request out to all of the viewers, and I said, please give me your input and your feedback. If we go down, how are we going to go down? And this is fine. Chimed in. He says from what he sees on Elliott Wave and Dark Pool prints, we're going to fall to 380. By the way, we kissed 380 exactly. We closed 380 exactly today. Okay? So he was right on that. Since there are a lot of puts for that mark from the Dark Pool. Then a short covering rally to start the B leg of the Elliott Wave. Christmas rally. Just an opinion and might be wrong. Well, you were right about the 380. We closed right at it. We went below it, came back up, and closed right at it. Very good. So, of course, I'm going to give you kudos where I see it, because, hey, you called it, you got it. Okay? Now, so, this is fine through his Elliott Wave analysis is also calling for a potential B-leg Christmas rally. Will that rally potentially start tomorrow? What do you guys think? Let me now show you the details. Okay, this is what you saw on the first screen. Let's just go over some high-level stuff. The blue arrows. Obviously, this is Friday. This is today. Clearly, that's a lower low than Friday. Clearly. So that's a lower low. This is the 5-minute MACD, by the way. That's a higher low on the 5-minute MACD. That's bullish divergence. Okay? That would make sense, especially when you are now at a critical juncture. At a critical juncture, right here. This is that support line. Here, let me zoom in a little bit. You can probably see it okay, but I think it'll just improve. Okay. The channel line, support. This is joined all the way back to October 13th for you newer viewers. Okay. So so here's the Friday. Here's the Friday. Kissed it perfectly, and then bounced up the channel line. And then once again, kissed it around noon. Kissed it perfectly around noon. Look at that. Look at the wick. Kissed it perfectly again. I'm going to say this is late afternoon, I think. Now, this is, okay, here's the EMA 50, right? The red line. Okay. This is the channel line, support line. Here's the EMA 50. I think tonight and into tomorrow, because as you guys know, any failure of a major support line always is going to try to do a back test back up. That's exactly what it did in the late afternoon, the final hour-ish or so. It's coming up, and I think it's going to consolidate, and we're going to have a decision. I think it's going to come as early as tomorrow. I don't think we're going to be messing around anymore with sideways chopping. I think a big move is coming as early as tomorrow. Okay, I think so now. When you are now at, for example, Apple and Google, multi-year lows, right? You're at multi-year lows. You're at now the final less than 2 weeks to end the year, and you are now at a channel bottom, right? This big giant channel. And I'll show you another diagram of that. See for you newer viewers. Yeah, it's a big giant channel. You can't be messing around sideways. You see what I mean? Like for the rest of the week, I don't think you're going to be messing around sideways. Because when you're at major junction points like this, there's going to be a big move one way or another. One way or another. And where this is fine and I both agree, where he thinks the B leg in his Elliott wave, the B leg is the rally, and I've been calling for a rally. So let's hope we're both right. His B leg and which is the rally, and the rally that I've been calling for. And let's hope that I've just been early, right? Early in my call. I've been calling for that for almost 2 weeks now. Okay? So, which by the way, if you guys watched The Big Short, did you know that Michael Burry, before all that collapse and he was made known, he was I think it was a year and 7 months early. He started paying premiums on puts a year and 7 months before Lehman Brothers and first filed for bankruptcy. A year and 7 months he paid. So I know I don't want to be that early. That's a little bit too early. Okay, but that's beside the point. Now, okay, this is shaping up now to be the perfect move. I really do think it's going to come as early as tomorrow. Because like I said, what are you doing? Even if you want to go sideways, what are you doing? You're going to go sideways under the channel? Because guess what? The longer you stay under that channel and don't ever break through the top of it, well, then you're going down. I mean, that's just the way it goes, right? That's just the way it goes. That's just how patterns work, right? Another YouTuber has his own niche phrase for that, and he says it's actually Ron Walker, another YouTuber. He's a perma bear. He likes to say, if you can't bust them up, you're gonna bust them down. Okay, so and he's right. If you can't bust them up, you're gonna bust them down. He's right. You can't meander like this sideways. No, you're gonna go down because the market makers are going to decide, well, if there are no buyers up, if there are no buyers, they're going to sell it. That's just the way it goes. Okay. All right. So, and that is basically all I wanted to show you about. Yeah. This slide here. Okay. This next one is basically the 1 day and the 1 hour. Here we go. The 1 day. 2 consecutive days now. closing outside the Bollinger Band. Which one of you guys have the guts to bet tomorrow, to bet on puts that there will be a third day outside of the Bollinger Band? Any takers? Curious to know. Will there be a third day outside of the Bollinger Band? I just think it's going to rip. It's going to rip because we are now. See, here's the this is the 1 hour view of here's the bottom of the channel where we are right now. See that? Went below it, coming back up. We're going to consolidate and make a decision, up or down. For you newer viewers, here's the upper end of that channel. Upper end of that channel. Here's the lower end of the channel. Okay? All right. So let me zoom in once again just for ease of viewing. All right. This is the 1 hour MACD. Check this out. All right. Higher, low, notch. Higher, low. Is this, okay, is this a second notch similar to this one? Notch, notch, boom. Like notch, notch, boom. Or create even a bigger notch, right? See that there? That's what. So what is this? Notch, notch, boom, or bust? We're above the negative 20 line, as you see there. So it's not bearish. See, it's not bearish. We've created two notches now. You can see in the previous patterns what can happen. See that? What can happen. Because one way to look at it, if you're trying to make the bullish case, is today was just another attempt to get closer to the zero line for takeoff. The bearish argument is you couldn't even get to the zero line, and now you're going to go further down. Okay? That's that's what I mean when I said the markets are about to set the perfect trap, but for which side? Do you see what I mean now? Which side? Right now, I mean, honestly, I think what's going to happen, as I said, in futures tonight, futures are going to look slightly just up like last night. I think it's going to hold this channel all night, just kind of up. I don't think it's just going to go crash on us tonight. When you hold the channel, you know, I'd be shocked if it actually busts through the channel and back up. No, I don't think so. When you just hold the channel like horizontally all night, right? Then this obviously flattens out to a neutral position by the morning time. Or kind of depends on the movement on the 5-minute MACD, smaller time frames. I mean, if it starts to curl up, that would be interesting. You know, like something like this. So it just all depends. I can't speak for what is going to happen with the MACD. But there's precedence of having two notches. Notch, 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 and then move. See what I mean? So, boy, yeah. It's in a position where you can't make a call, per se, that it's going to do this or it's going to do that. All you can do is say, well, I guess we're going to see what's going to happen. Because it's especially if it flattens out into a neutral position where you don't know what's going to happen. See what I mean? So yeah. I think the only thing is we'll have a very good idea of what could happen in pre-markets, before opening bell. So, okay, so that's basically what I wanted to show you on the 1 hour and the daily. Okay, 2 consecutive days outside of the Bollinger Band. Who wants to bet on a third? The Bears? You want to go for it? See what I mean? Okay, now let's move over to the VIX. See? You're on a downtrend too. That's what I was discussing yesterday. VIX isn't strong. VIX finished down negative 0.88%. VIX is not strong either. So, looks like some dark pool and put options, but not necessarily selling, aggressive selling, not a sell off. That's what I mean, not a sell off. The overall trend is still down. Okay, for VIX. So, that is basically what I wanted to cover for you guys today. I mean, it's kind of keep it short and simple. It's going to boil. I think tomorrow it's going to boil down to. I think there's going to be a big move tomorrow. No more sideways stuff. No more messing around. Big up or big down. I think it's going to be tomorrow. You're now at a point, as you saw in that channel, where this is it. Bust them up or bust them down, per Ron Walker. Right? So some food for thought, if anything. This is fine in myself. Where we had the same conclusion as, well, he thinks there's going to be a B-leg rally, and so do I. so, because you saw the MACD 1 hour, it's not necessarily bearish, right? Based on the criteria we've always been using, the negative 20 line, no, it's not bearish. You've got 2 notches. So what's it going to be? Okay, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. It was just an interesting day. Okay. Yeah, today on Twitter I was posting a lot of real-time tweets. As I was calling things as I was seeing it. Especially when we broke through the channel line, and I was like, oh, this is it. We're gonna try to come back up and retest that line to see if we can bust through it or not. Okay, so please follow me on Twitter if you'd like to. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, or click to be notified. And with that, I'm Agent 000 signing off.